Lovely Friday to you, sport fans. Welcome to today's edition of the program Talk Sport right here in Nigeria's capital city this beautiful Friday morning as we get set to plenty of actions that will be coming in the English Premier League, the Spanish La Liga, the Nigeria Professional Football League, and there will be a marathon right here in Nigeria's capital city. These and many more stories will come here because the Etung boys and daughters Nigerian capital city will be honoring the Honorable Minister of Sport alongside the Minister of Humanitarian and Poverty Alleviation right here in Nigeria's capital city. This is Talk Sport on Global TV. Let's take a break, but when we come back, we go straight to stories that are making headlines only in the world of sport. Please don't go away. Glad to have you on the program this beautiful day right here in Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. This is Talk Sport on Global TV, and I am glad to have you on the program. Here are the stories that are making headlines in the world of sport. Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. And of course, let's go straight to tell you that Super Falcons have taken a bold step advancing to Morocco 2024 Women Championship. Abonetung globally Abuja chapter to honor her sport minister as well as Minister of Poverty and Alleviation. These and many more stories because the UEFA Championship matches and of course the English Professional Football League matches will also resume action and grace the country. Let's take a break. When we come back, we go straight to stories that are making headlines only in the world of sport. And I am glad to say good morning once again and welcome to the program. Glad to have you on the program. Let's go straight to tell you that Ekume Abonetung Abuja chapter will play host to the Honorable Minister of Sport and Development, John Owen Eno, as well as the Minister for Poverty and Alleviation, talking about Better Edu, and will be honored here in Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. As part of 100 days in office, the Etung Abon says their plan is to play host to a man who has been described as one of the best from that part of the area. As the all-time special guest of honor to Kevin Nsah Memorial Football Festival in the Old Ecom community, Senator John Owen Eno will lead the long list of dignitaries that will be honored right here in Nigeria's capital city. The national female team is in action. Now let's go straight to stories that are reaching us. The national female team over the week, talking about yesterday, trashed their opponent by 5 goals to nothing in a match that was decided here at the MKO Abiola National Stadium. It was a moment for the Nigerian girls to make sure they qualify and participate in the event, which will be decided in Morocco. But let's tell you that there were some players who were not in action, and report reaching us says the players have started speaking. Let's tell you that Alex Morin returned from 6-month injury, led over to secure a winner as Aston Villa beat Lille Versus and moved above team at the top of the European Confederation Cup Group E. The Spanish defender was named in UI Emirates starting 11 for the first time since suffering a hamstring injury in May, and was on hand to return from home in their games against Lixpert, in which pinpoint free kick already qualified. Initial team had led through Moswa and are up to grab as they take a step to the next stage of the competition, and it was a good one. Among Villa's fans, jubilation news flitted through the missile that the team is in high spirit and they have made it to the next stage of the competition. Police later said they made a total of 39 arrests, and officers were forced with distinguished a high dangerous scene in Villa Hard Cup in one of those matches that was decided. Not too good when we have such an ugly incident in the beautiful game of football. And still talking, let's tell you that Thursday football match, how did it go? Aston Villa will be in action because it was a game that would take them to the next stage in their race to qualify for the championship, with the first ever debut. Insists that it was going to be their first ever match of the season for the year running all through. TalkSport right here on Global TV this beautiful day. Let's tell you that Al Ahly's central defender, Ashraf Pabi, has revealed that he is absent from the Super Falcons squad since June 2023 is more of personal decision. Petri had not played for Nigeria since his future in all 4 of the Super Falcon games during the 2023 FIFA Women Cup qualifier, which took place in New Zealand and Australia. The 25-year-old who joined Al Ahly of Saudi Arabia on a free transfer in the summer following the expiration of her current contract with Leicester City has now clear the air on her absence from the Nigerian team. And this is what she said: "I guess it has been a break. I haven't been able to go to the upcoming camp. Like I said, it's more of my personal decision when I took out of Nigeria," she told sport reporters. "Unfortunately, I want to be fine with the team. It is a privilege, and I want to be back when I feel it is right for me to be back of the team. I feel like right now I have complete trust and faith in the team. I'll be watching the game while I am here, but I want to get to the point where I can be a maximum contributor to the best of the team." Talking about the Super Falcons. And still talking about the Super Falcons, they tell you that second half brace from Okonkwo Esther, a fast half brace from Uchenna Kalu, and a long goal from Give Monday helped the Super Falcons secured a 5-0 win over Cape Verde in Skorinian report, taking the deep into deliver into the game, scoring one of the best games. In the 5 minutes left, the team show, and Nigeria made away with 3 points after defeating Cape Verde by 5-0 at the Abuja National Stadium yesterday, to the delight of hundreds of fans who came out to celebrate with the girls. With that, now Nigerian girls are through to the next stage and will have to travel to meet Cape Verde on the 5th of this month, where they will have their last match. On aggregate, the winner between the two teams will qualify for the 2024, talking about the Africa Women Championship, which will be decided in Morocco. In the absence of Osizia Shola, who was placed in the number 9 tool and repeat the coach, and of course helped his team. Eyebrows were raised when Coach Randy Wentrum included a 20-year-old River Angel USA best player in his squad, but she shows today that she deserved the spot. She was full of energy and put pressure on the opposition defense. And we say congratulations to the girls for a wonderful job. Now, away from that, let's tell you that some of the results of matches played in Africa for the race for Morocco 2024 have reached global TV right here in Nigeria's capital city. The results show that Senegal defeated Egypt by 4-0, and it was a good day for the girls from Mali, who trashed Guinea by 7-0. The return leg of that game will be played in faraway Guinea, and Guinea must score above 7 on aggregate, considered by sportsmen and women as an upper tax. Meanwhile, Guinea will welcome them for the return leg. Tunisia were 3 goals better than Togo, who failed to find the back of the net, while Kenya and Botswana settled for a 1-1 draw. The Zimbabwe girls made no mistake as they trashed their opponent from Angola by 6-0. And of course, we told you that Nigeria beat Cape Verde 5-0 to advance to the next stage of the competition. The most return leg is expected on the 5th of next month across the continent of Africa. On aggregate, they will qualify for next year's edition of the African Cup of Nations across Africa for the Africa Women Championship, which will be decided in Morocco. Let's take a break. When we come back, we will tell you that the Nigeria Professional Football League will be in action, as well as the English Premier League, and Arsenal are still standing top of the league with a total of 30 points, and they will be in action this weekend. There will be more on the program, Talk Sport and Global TV right here in Nigeria's capital city. Let's take a break. When we come back, more on the program Sport. Don't go away. Glad to have you back on the program. Let's go. These are the stories that are making headlines, but the news still coming from the MKO Abiola National Stadium is a cheering one for the Nigerian girls. We told that former African champions were the better side in the nation's capital yesterday as they strolled to an easy victory over the Miners Uchenna Kanu and Esther Okonkwo were at the brace as Nigeria secured a stunning 5-0 win over Cape Verde in the first leg of the second round of the 2024 Women African Cup qualifiers played at Moshood Abiola National Stadium. While Nigeria walked over Sao Tome and Principe in the first round, Cape Verde claimed an impressive 6-3 aggregate to win over Liberia to set up the clutch with the Falcons. But there were no match for the 9-time African champions who defeated them yesterday afternoon by 9 goals to nothing. United States-based Uchenna Kanu scored twice, while Gift Monday added another in the fantastic first half before Esther Okonkwo came off the bench to grab a brilliant double, and Kanu drew first blood from the Super Falcons when she found the net in an easy trap for at the 11th minute. Goalkeeper Chi Emeka Onaze made a standing save to deny Cape Verde from equalizing from short range. It was a week of action and a call for duty as Nigeria intensified preparation to advance to the next stage of the competition. It was a beautiful one. Of course, Global TV was at the MKO Abiola National Stadium, and it was celebration all through because it was an outright win, duly expected, and the team will now travel for their return leg. With anything short of defeat, Nigeria will make it to the next stage of the tournament. The game ended 5-0 with Nigeria recording the biggest win in the competition future since beating Equatorial Guinea 6-0 at the CAF Women African Cup of Nations 2028. Cape Verde and Nigeria will meet again for the second leg on December 5th at the Stadio Nicona de Copa Verde in Paris, talking about Cape Verde. Now, after the Champions League matches, action will resume this weekend in the English Professional Football League. And of course, Global TV TalkSport has all the results, has all the futures that will be decided this week. League champion Arsenal, I'm talking about the team that is currently sitting on the log, the league table of the English Professional Football League. Arsenal will battle Wolves to extend their stay on the log with 30 points. A win for Arsenal will give them 33 points, and a draw will just add 1 point to 31, and a loss will give another team, perhaps Manchester City or Liverpool, could come up on the table. But there will be plenty of actions across the English Premier League for tomorrow and Sunday. Here are some mouth-watering action. Brentford with 22 points will be hoping to get 25 points as they welcome Loughton, who have a total of 9 points, talking about Loughton. And at the bottom of the league already at the relegation zone is Burnley. Burnley have just 4 points, and they are sitting at the bottom of the league. They will be taking on a team that is just ahead of them with 1 point, talking about Sheffield United. Nottingham Forest with 13 points will welcome Everton, who have 14 points. And of course, there will be other matches, and on Sunday, it will be Bournemouth with 12 points taking on Aston Villa, who have a total of 28 points. Chelsea will be hoping to bounce back after the defeat in the week. Chelsea with 16 points will be at home to take on Brighton. The visitors have 22 points and they are ahead of Chelsea. Liverpool is hoping to bounce back on top of the English Professional Football League. Liverpool pulled a mighty 1-1 draw against Manchester City, and they have a total of 28 points. They'll be hoping for an outright win that will give them 31 points. They will take on Fulham, while West Ham will be up against Palace. Manchester City will be taking on Tottenham. Manchester City is currently second on the table, and they'll be looking for an outright win, while the visitors have a total of 26 points, talking about Tottenham. And of course, matches that will be decided on Sunday, the 5th of December. Wolves will take on Burnley, while Loughton will be up against Action. Let's tell you that Everton Club is set to make an appeal because report reaching us indicate that Everton Club is set to submit appeal against Premier League points deduction on Friday. The 10-point deduction was netted out by an independent commission and imposed on Everton with immediate effect for a breach of Premier League proof and sustainability rules. Pirates, to their point loss. Everton were 14 point and occupying the 8th position above the bottom 3. Everton are expected to submit their appeal against the deduction of 10 Premier League points handed down by an independent commission on Friday. The club was sanctioned on November 17th for a breach of the Premier League profit and sustainability rules and have 14 days to make its appeal. It has been submitted. The case will then be considered by the Independent Appeal Commission, which will include different set of people from the original commission panel due to apply. We hope that it will be settled amicable. Let's tell you that Fulham is also in the news. Fulham's transfer news. Brazil international midfielder Andre is interested. Moco Silva side. Fulham are interested in a January deal for Firmino's midfielder Andre. The Brazilian international was on target for Liverpool in the summer. Fulham are looking for a new defensive midfielder player as they bridge themselves for another approach from Bayern Munich. Joe Fahio, who is also expected to be there. And back home here in the Nigeria Professional Football League, there will be a total of 10 matches that will be decided in the country. Kano Pillars will travel to meet Katsina United. Abia Warriors will be guests to Abia Warriors will be guests to Accra, while the team from Lagos, talk about the Lagos FC, travel to meet Shooting Star. Shooting Star is hoping that with home fan, they can be able to bounce back in the ongoing Nigeria Professional Football League. And in the NNL, it will be City FC. Report reaching us says City FC have seen arrive Maiduguri, where they will have a game at hand for the ongoing race to qualify and be part of the Nigeria Professional Football League. City FC over the weekend defeated their opponent 2-1 right here at the Old Parade Ground, the venue and the home soil for the city. The team has since departed. Chairman of the club, talking about Honro Chidi, told TalkSport on Global TV that his boy is about to ready to bounce back to the championship, talking about having a slot in the Nigeria Professional Football League. It will be recalled that in the past 2 seasons, City FC has finished second and just 1 point, denying them the opportunity to be in the Nigeria Professional Football League. And talking about the Nigeria Professional Football League, 5 matches will come up tomorrow and additional 5 matches will be decided. The star match of the game will be Lobby Stars taking on Kwara United. Although Lobby Stars matches are decided at the, talking about the Jos Township Stadium, they will be hoping for maximum 3 points to brighten their chances of staying among the top 10 of the ongoing Nigeria Professional Football League. And before we go, let's tell you that members of the planning committee for the next edition of the National Sport Festival are currently meeting with officials of the Sport Ministry to ensure that the game is the best as far as preparations are concerned. Expected that some of the athletes that will be discovered in the game will fly a Nigeria flag when the entire continent of Africa will meet in Ghana, talking about the All-Africa Games in Ghana. And some teams are expected to qualify and represent the country in Paris 2024 Olympics. Let's take a break. When we come back, there'll be more on the program Talk Sport right here at the Global TV, Nigerian capital city. This is how we do Monday to Friday. We'll bring to you stories that are making headlines in the world of sport. Please don't go away. Glad to have you back here. Let's tell you that the boys are back in the country, talking about the Fosler Academy back in Nigeria with Fair Play Awards, which they went into the championship. We are told that both Nigeria representative at the second West Africa Zone B under 15 school football tournament, Fosler Academic Orozo Abuja, and their girls, the National Grammar School Ike Enugu, are all back in the country. Of course, they participated in the championship. Report reaching us say both teams could not win the trophy, but they came home with all that is needed to advance the development of the game in the country. To that end, the Continental Football Governing Body, CAF, has released a total of 800 balls, which will be distributed to the two schools that represented Nigeria in the secondary school football championship, one of the latest of series of competition introduced by the president of the Confederation of African Football, CAF. The Nigerian Football Federation has since confirmed that the distribution of these balls will be made before the end of the year. The two schools participated in the secondary school competition, but couldn't make it to the last stage. And the team in the FCT came home with the Fair Play Player of Award Championship. That's the size of today's edition of the program, Talk Sport, right here on Global TV, Nigeria's capital city. We'll come your way again for another fresh edition of the program. But before we go a look at stories that are making headlines in the world of sport, we told you that Ekumabone Tung in the Federal Capital Territory will be honored in their own, talking about the Honorable Minister of Sport, John Owan Eno, as he clocked 100 days in office. And of course, our guests were in action yesterday. The Super Falcons defeated Cape Verde by 5-0 to make the return leg a more formality for them to advance on the stage. And of course, in the English Professional Football League, Arsenal will be hoping that an outright win tomorrow will confirm them on the log table with a total of 33 points, where Liverpool and Man City are currently chasing the leadership of the English Professional Football League. In Nigeria, 5 matches will be decided tomorrow and another 5 over the weekend. But Rivers will be at the Godswill Akpabio Stadium to take on Angola side for the club competition. That's so much for you this weekend. So grab one of the matches and be part of history across you. That's the size. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I am Clinton, thanking you for finding time to be part of us right here at Global TV, Nigeria's capital city. Talk Sport returns Monday for another fresh edition of the program. Until then, au revoir, and I'd like to say goodbye to you.